Edinboro had a great crowd. How'd you feel like you guys performed tonight?
Oh, it wasn't the best, but winning matches on the road, you always like to see it. Wrestling with three guys out of the lineup, you hope somebody, it was nice to see two of those three win matches. But in the end, you just want to see a little bit more. I didn't get what I wanted tonight, but I think it's good that we get the win and move down the road.
Are you going to see those three starters who are out tonight, Weigel, JoJo, and Schaefer? Are we going to see them tomorrow? Are we going to see them next weekend? When are we going to see them next?
You won't see them tomorrow. Probably next weekend. Everything's up in the air, and we'll just kind of take it day by day.
Looking at Crutchmer's performance tonight, he gets pushed to overtime by Shofstall. Looking at Boyd's performance, he gets pushed real hard. What do you take from those two matches, and what do you say to those guys?
Well, I think you can get those on the road. The important thing is get your hand raised. In the end, both of them got their hand raised.
Looking at you guys, when you do these road trips like this and you have your weigh-ins under 24 hours apart, what does that do for the guys, and how do you think it prepares them for NCAAs?
I think it makes it a little bit rough, but it's the same way at the NCAA championships. There's no difference. You're going to wrestle for 3 days. You're going to weigh in within 24 hours of all 3 days. So, you're preparing a little bit for that.
Overall, when you look at something like this, what's the goal of a road trip like this? Early February. What do you look for?
You'd like to see a team to go in and maybe, win comfortably, not in the last few seconds, not in the overtime, not taking down late in the match. But you'd like to see a few of those matches with the score separated, and we didn't get that. But like I said, getting your hand raised. And maybe not performing that what you hope is important.
Joe weighed in tonight. You didn't wrestle him. What's going on with Joe?
Just precaution. I think he could have wrestled, but we're just making sure that we don't fall into a situation like last year.
Coming down the stretch, if you guys have a matchup with Penn State potentially, if you guys get that matchup, how do you prepare the guys from here to there, or do you just concentrate on wrestling the Big 12 schedule out? What do you focus on?
Oh, we got 3 more matches left. We got 3. We have Kent State tomorrow, and next week we have Wyoming and Oklahoma again. So I don't think you look ahead at all. You make sure that you recognize that, take advantage of the 3 matches we've had. Just continue to try to develop.
In looking at Piccinini tonight, he loses a tough match to another a top 10 guy. What's the message to him moving forward, and what do you want to get out of him?
I think penetration. I think late in the match, 20 seconds left, you don't let people get to your legs. If they take a shot to try to eat the clock up, then you need to make sure you have quick go-arounds in those scenarios. But I think that it was probably a better match than he wrestled him and scuffled. Just needs to focus a little bit on his penetration, getting to the legs.
All 10 guys, obviously, you need all 10 guys scoring in St. Louis. What's the ideal number? Do you got a number in mind of guys you're going to need as far as points, All-Americans, finalists? Do you figure that out, or is that just something that organically happens?
Now. I don't think this is a team right now that needs to continue to develop. Right now, you look at the overall picture, and you see, the nation sees that this team has to wrestle well to do well. It's not full of superstars that go out and dominate yet. So for that reason, we got to keep fighting, and we got to keep finding ways to separate scores.
Chandler Russell's a dangerous guy tonight, just like he's obviously very dangerous. A pinner, a scrambler, a roller, just like him. He gets caught, he gets pinned. Is that a gunslinger mentality on his part? You live by it, you die by it?
I think he's a little bit more solid in what he's doing. He got pinned from the bottom position, turned right into his knee, and guy cradled him up and pinned him. I think maybe you go back to the start of that second period, and it wasn't a good start. Especially being 2-1, a very high-paced, tough first period. I just didn't feel like the start of that second period was what he needed, and it led into later on in the period. It led into a pin.
You knew you were coming into a hive. They wrestled Iowa tough here 2 years ago, 3 years ago. You knew you were coming into an aggressive environment. What's an aggressive environment do for the Cowboys?
Well, I think you just learn something. I mean, I don't think you should be a little bit. Some of them should be a little bit disappointed in their performances, but in the end, I'll tell you, you maybe not full strength makes it a little bit tougher on maybe some of the younger guys. You can count on some freshmen. You need to count on some young people to score points for you during the dual meet, and for that reason, you like that environment that they got to deal with it and they got to perform.
Is there any doubt in your mind that Cade Brock can't be the national champ this year?
Oh, I don't want to go there yet. I'll just say I have no doubt in Cade Brock being a competitor. That's a very competitive weight. I think that he has continued to show that he's working. He's trying to get better in some of the situations that we've really tried to force on him, and he's committed to it.
Is Dean poised to make a run for another title? I mean, he looks as good, way better. I mean, he looks incredible this year.
Well, I wouldn't say he looked incredible. I said that's probably one of his better matches. He's just coming out and relaxing. Of course, I mean, I don't know what his opponent was like. I think he was young, but I think you don't really focus on that right now. I think we're still early February, and there's still a lot of room to improve. And there's a time to think about making that run, and I don't think you think about it right now.
All right, Coach, you got anything else for me?
No, that was good.
Thank you.
Good.